Good morning, everyone. My name is Jessica Wyndham, and I am here to do a little glutes and guts workout for you today. I want you to go ahead and get a few things ready before we get started. And today we're going to use maybe like if you have a step or a little hurdle, possibly any kind of little stand. We're going to do a little tuck move over and under. An exercise mat if you want to use one of those, if you don't feel comfortable just lying on the ground. And as well as we're going to use our Bosu ball today. If you desired, you can do this exercise on the floor if you'd like, and an exercise ball as well. Again, you can do modifications and do it on the floor if you don't have these pieces of equipment. First, we're going to go ahead and get a little short warm-up in. And what I want you to do is we're just going to do step-ups. I'm going to do 30 seconds each lead leg. And then we're going to switch to the next warm-up. All right, 30 seconds on the clock. If you have a stairwell, some kind of little dip in your house, use what you got. You always want to get a warm-up in, get everything flowing before you ever start any kind of resistance training. If you want to skip over my warm-up in the videos and you have a piece of equipment at your house, feel free to use that. Go take a jog around the block. Just want to get loose before you start. I am 13 weeks pregnant, so I have to watch my heart rate. So I will be monitoring that throughout my workout. If you see me keep checking my watch. Okay, right here I want you to just kind of do a step pull. And we're going to step, step, tuck, and tuck. Again, you can go faster or slower. Add you in a little dumbbell or some ankle weights. Whatever you need. So many people at so many different levels. All right, now we're going back to the step-ups. Up, up, down, down with the same lead side until I go ahead and tell you to switch. Just making sure we don't cheat one side. Again, you can take and put in some punches. Add dumbbells into those punches. Whatever you need. It's your workout. Hardest part is getting started, so we're going. Get to it. Burn as many calories in the least amount of time as you can. That's usually what people are here to do, burn calories, tone those muscles, look good, feel good. We got 8 more seconds. Okay, now let's do our little step and pull for 30 more seconds. Make sure you're kind of pulling that chest in towards your knee, pulling that knee from behind you, and tuck, tuck, tuck. A little bit more. All right, good. That's it for our warm-up. Let's go through some basic stretches. I want you to take and just spread your feet apart. Stretch down nice and slow. Pressure in your heels. And draw up. Grab your ankle. If you need to grab a piece of equipment or a wall, piece of furniture, if you're feeling off, main thing is you don't want to be all over the place. You just want to keep your knee right beneath your hip. And switch. Drawing that ankle into your glute. And just kind of twist, stretch those abdominal region, the torso. And let's lean back. Stretch your lower back. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. The first one we're gonna use is that step that I had mentioned earlier, or chair, whatever you have. There's all different heights and versions you can use. But we're gonna do a little step up with a glute lift in the back. Again, the advanced version would be to put on some ankle weights, add a little bit more into your glutes rather when that leg kicks up, when I show you just here in a moment. And higher step, more difficult, but the main thing is to plant that leg on the step, and I want you to lift with a stiff leg in the back and squeeze that glute of the leg lifting, okay? So we get a little quad in the front, a little glute in the back. 30 seconds and begin. You can also add dumbbells in here, which would add some resistance to your lift, your quad. And you don't want to go forward, but upward and lift. And upward and lift. Again, you never want your knee to overpass that toe in the front. So lift all the way, extend as you lift that leg in the back. Okay, let's switch. It's all one smooth motion. So right when you start lifting off the front one, start lifting the back one, okay? Don't lift and then lift, okay? Just up all at once. Ready? And begin. Exhale as you lift. All right, good job. That's the end of that first set of legs and glutes. We're gonna go ahead and grab your ball next. And this one is going to be a plank on your elbows on top of the ball. Again, if you're at a beginner level, you can do this on the ground. Right underneath keep your elbows and your shoulders in a line, okay? No butt in the air, like any of those planks we're trying to get the abs and lower back. So what I want you to do is, for the advanced version, we're on the ball. Stay centered on the top, really focus on a squeeze. We're going 30 seconds and begin. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your abs. Ten more seconds. All right, excellent job. Let's get that ball out of the way. We're gonna go back to a one for your glutes, your hamstrings. And this one we're gonna do on the mat, as I said, if you have one. And I'm gonna do a little bit more advanced move on this one, just being on top of the Bosu ball. You can again do this flat on the ground, coming up through your heels. This just adds a little bit more stabilizers. But you're gonna, if you have a Bosu, scoot all the way in to your butts, all the way to the edge of it. Hit those feet about hip width apart. And we're gonna pump up through your heels for 30 seconds. And then we're gonna hold it for 30 seconds. You're pressing through your heels, squeeze and release. Now hold 30 seconds. Up to the highest point you can get those hips towards the ceiling. You should feel it right here behind the legs. Ten more seconds. All right, good job, release. Now we're gonna take and scoot that out the way. I'm gonna use my step that I have here today. If you have a little hurdle or some kind of other little stool maybe in your house, we're gonna do a little tuck move where you're gonna go over and under. Again, this is gonna work your core, lower back, and begin. 30 seconds, kind of lean in and tuck it. All right, good job. Now we're gonna go back to a little more or less like glute outer thigh, hip abductor exercise. You're gonna place one leg right here in front of you and bring the other leg behind. And what we're gonna do is kind of lift, bringing your knee up towards the ceiling, okay? It's a little awkward. It's a small movement, okay? It's not a large range of motion. And ready, begin, 30 seconds. Bring that whole leg up. Try not to touch at the bottom until the end, unless you absolutely have to, but you're gonna get this little region right here. Let's go 10 more seconds. All right, well, let's flip. We gotta get the other side. And begin. Fifteen seconds. Lift, lift, lift. 5 seconds. All right, excellent job. Let's do another ab one. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Bosu ball today. And we're gonna do some little mini tucks. You can, again, for beginner level, do this on the ground. Anything on an unstable surface is just going to be more core, just trying to keep balanced. So it just takes it up a notch. But again, if you're a beginner, you can do it flat on the ground. Basic ab exercise, ab bike. We're going to bring your elbow across to the opposite knee and pedal away. All right, good job. That was your 30 seconds. We're gonna move on to one more leg one. And this one we're going to do some lunges. You can grab some dumbbells if you want. I'm just gonna go ahead and do my body weight today. We're gonna go in 30-second increments doing ranges of motion on our lunge. So let's start off with a middle to lower range of motion. Then we're gonna go to a middle to upper and then end with a full range of motion. Then we'll switch legs, okay? So here we go. We're going middle to lower, which lower position is parallel. Remember, keep your knee right above your heel. Pressure in the bottom heel. Go now upper to middle. Again, you're not coming back to where your leg ever straightens, but still stay on top of it. And it's again a small range of motion right down over your front heel. If you have dumbbells, want to add them into your shoulders or at your sides. Good, now end with 30 seconds of full range, which is all the way up, again, not straight, staying over it, and all the way to parallel to the ground. Dig that range of motion nice and deep. All right, good job. Let's switch and get the other one. Okay, back to that lower range. Now we're at your top range, upper to middle, and again. Small little dip down. We got 30 more seconds, full range, upper to bottom position. All right, excellent job. Let's do one more thing before we stretch. I want you to take and kind of stay with your lower body engaged and do a shuffle over the top of your Bosu ball. Again, if you don't have one, just maybe do like a little side to side move. Again, staying down, not coming up out of it, okay? Ready, begin. 30 seconds, pushing over and out. You can put a dumbbell over your head, again with those ankle weights. Faster you go, more challenging it is. I'm pregnant, so my heart rate gets up high quick. So I'm in low mode. Just trying to get through it. All right, good job. That is the end of our little routine. You can go back through it one more time. We'll go through some stretches and reach up and down. And have a seat. And I want you to pull your knee up to your opposite shoulder. Feel it in this glute. And switch. And up. Reach forward. All right, that's the end of my routine today. Again, this is a prenatal one. I'm at 13 weeks. You can take it whatever, even if you're not pregnant, beginner, intermediate, advanced. Gave you kind of some options to do at all levels. If you know somebody that is pregnant, looking to stay in shape throughout their pregnancy, make sure obviously they consult with their doctor first, as there are certain limitations for certain people who are at high risk, maybe even not be able to work out. But make sure you share this with them. Click subscribe if you haven't already on my YouTube, and you will get notified when I post new workouts. If you have any questions about any of my workouts, email me at campsweat@gmail.com. Have a good one.